Hey guys, Kade Tye Ruotolo here at Darces HQ in San Diego. Just finished filming an instructional video for BJJ Fanatics. Went over our passing systems and a lot of submissions such as Darces. A lot of Darce entries and setups. These are positions we've been doing for
Our whole life
pretty much, since for over 10 years for sure, and been proven to work at the highest levels. And so we're stoked to kind of show you our game. Pretty much all these positions, you don't need to be extra fast or extra strong, or anybody can kind of use these techniques. And me and my brother, growing up, we've always been in adults classes and always been there's always the strength issue, and a lot of these techniques don't require a lot of strength and are really good to use against stronger people in general. For sure. Yeah. So no special requirements, just kind of very functional for everyone. But hope you guys enjoy. Now we're gonna work one of my favorite submissions, the Darce. This is from open guard. It's kind of more of a jumping Darce, so it looks kind of flashy, but it's not that difficult to do, and it's really effective. So let's get into it. I really like to throw this out too. It's very it's a very unfamiliar position to a lot of people. A lot of people are expecting this specific submission. So I like to use this a lot whenever my opponent is on his back, right, and then he goes to sit up. Right? So if I feel like my opponent has a good guard and I'm not scared to enter, but a little bit concerned about what he has to do, like whether he's gonna go in on a leg lock or set up whatever kind of guard he wants, right? So let's say I'm just kind of concerned about that and I don't want to get too involved with that guard. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go straight for the submission. Right, so he's going to maybe he's just gonna reach, or anytime you just see this wrist free, you're just going to go ahead and grab the wrist and then just hold it here. And then from here, if you grab the wrist, usually they don't really care too much if you just grab the wrist. It's kind of like whatever, right? But what we're going to do is I like to just kind of start walking to this side a little bit, and then he'll kind of get on that elbow usually. Right? And once he starts going on his right side of his body like this, when I start walking this way, that's going to give me a perfect opportunity to shoot my arm through and then get the Darce. Right? So and when I do this roll, I'm going to kind of roll over him, but I'm going to drop my right shoulder on the mat. Okay, so I'm going to jump forward, reach for the Darce, and then drop my right shoulder on the mat. Here. Now, it's important that midair, when I'm in the air, that I lock it up with my hand on my bicep, and then most of the time I'll end up here. Right? And then, so you can either finish from on bottom, or if you feel like you just don't have the cranking power, you roll them over and then finish from here. Show it again. Alright, so to sit up. So we're here, right? Let's just say maybe I was just in here and he scared me of some of his leg entanglements or whatever it may be. I'm like, oh my god, this guy's a good guard, right? I'm gonna take a step back, he's gonna reach up, I'm gonna take wrist control. Now from here, I like to just kind of walk to the side just so I can get him to focus to put his elbow over on this side of the mat and just getting him to turn to this angle. Once he's kind of on this angle, I like to have my right leg forward almost. So it almost seems like he wants to go for a single leg, right? But instead I have good wrist control. I jump through, reach through, and then I'm turning midair and then locking my hands up. All right, so I'm here. I'm gonna turn and lock. And then roll through. I'm gonna end up in this position here. All I have to do is bring my right elbow down and then squeeze. Should tap every time. If he doesn't, say it's not working for whatever reason, you can just turn him, and then you can end up here on side control. You can either finish the Darce and go into more of a north-south choke, or you can just pass if he's not tapping into any of them. So one time. So we're here, let's get out of this guard, and he's reaching. He's gonna grab this wrist, take a step this way, open him up, dive through, and then roll. Get the grip, and then squeeze. Say he's not tapping from here, we can just roll him, then end up on side control. You can either north-south choke, or finish here. You have anything you want to say or add?
That's pretty much it.
Nice.
Yeah, just show another angle.
I'll show one more time. Do it one more time from this angle too, full speed. The most important part about this technique is just to get that lock in the air, you know? And anytime you're shooting for a Darce, especially when you're on top, it's important to commit to it. You know, you have to have a 100% commitment. Even if you're scared and you almost do it, then you're not gonna have the same results, you know? So if you commit to it 100%, then most of the time you're gonna get the grip. And that's where a lot of my success comes from, is that in my Darce, I'm very confident and I don't have any doubt in my mind that I won't get it, you know? So from here, I need to just shoot straight to it and get straight to the lock. Yeah. Alright, so this next technique is probably the submission I use most. You know, me and my brother, we've always fought stronger people, you know, just being in the adult class, for example, from when we were 12, 13 years old, we always fight stronger people. So we always have to figure out ways to either pass the guard or even submit without maybe having our full man straight there, you know? So that's where a lot of these techniques are coming from. So kind of get into this and kind of show you. This is definitely probably my favorite technique, I think. So this specific one comes from when your opponent has sit-up guard, which Nogi I think arguably is one of the most popular guards, right? Nogi, there's not a whole lot of different guards to choose from. You know, you don't have the lapels, you don't have the sleeves, you know, so it's generally more of a simple game, you could say. But I think sit-up guard is definitely one of the more common guards for Nogi. You know, so I'm gonna show my favorite counter from here, and just my favorite. Sometimes I'll put myself in this position just to get the Darce from here. You know, so this is just to start. I'm just gonna lead in with my right leg, right? Boom, and then our opponent will just hook it usually with a hook here, and then this is just a normal sit-up guard, right? So the first thing I'm gonna do when my opponent does this is control this sleeve. Right? Because I don't want him to actually use that to get up and then, or control this wrist, sorry. I don't want him to come up and then come into a single leg. Right? And he needs this hand to do that. So get back down. So I'm going to control this wrist to start. Right? And now I can just place my hand right here on his shoulder. Now from here, I'm going to reach around his armpit and I'm going to take my hand and place a palm down just above my kneecap. Here, boom. Right? Now when I do this, I actually like to kind of hug around my knee a little bit, and I kind of just get into this part of my leg right here. Whatever kind of muscle this is right here, I hold on to it. Right, so I grab this wrist, I'll hold around here, and then grab this part of my leg. Now from here, I'm going to almost shoot my body forward and post my hand on the mat, right? Boom, just like this. Now once we get to here, I'm going to drop my elbow, my shoulder, and it's going to put a lot of pressure on his shoulder, like this. You know, so all I'm doing is just taking my arm here and then going like this. And that's putting a lot of pressure on his shoulder, and it's making it pretty uncomfortable for him. Now from here, I'm just going to bring my heel back and then put my knee on the mat. Now I still have this weird kind of wizard pressure from here. That's gonna make it super easy for me just to shoot my hand up and then get the lock. And then I just kind of melt back into him from here. Now I can either finish it straight from here, or I can roll him and get on top and then finish it that way too. So I'll go over later, but we'll start with this. So we walk in, our opponent puts in a hook and then hugs our leg. Right? First thing we're going to do is just control this because we don't want him coming up to a single leg. Now we're going to reach around, grab the inner part of my knee, right around my kneecap. Here. Now I'm going to just place my hand on the mat, place my knee on the mat, and then drop my shoulder and then flare out my elbow so that it puts a lot of pressure right here on the shoulder. Right? Kade's reaction from here, he's gonna be kind of confused as to why there's so much pressure on the shoulder, right? He's gonna try and come up maybe a little bit, right? Which is fine. All I have to do is bring my leg, my heel back. And then you see how that creates this this arm to be straight. Anytime this arm is straight, generally that means you can Darce, right? Same rule for when he's on bottom, and he's reaching here. Anytime his arm is straight, we can Darce, right? So that's kind of essentially what I'm doing with this overhook. I'm putting my hand right here, putting pressure on his shoulder, and then when I bring my leg back, I'm making his arm straight. Right? Now from here, it just gives me a perfect trap straight to his neck. Get the grip, and then I'm gonna just round back. And then from here, usually they'll tap this tap that we can roll through, and then finish it from top. Like I said, this is definitely one of my favorite techniques for fighting stronger opponents. Yeah. Just this, because this lever right here on the leg is so strong, it works with anyone I've ever used it against. Here, and then just this pressure on the shoulder. I've used it with guys, twice my size. But just this angle, this pressure on his shoulder makes it really easy to isolate this arm. So, like I said, we're just kind of posting, hugging, and then we pull our leg back. Just bring our knee where our other knee is. It's kind of like interesting looking, but look where his arm and his head is at. Gives me the perfect opportunity just to Darce. Then from here, make sure the sharp part of your arm is resting along his neck, right? And then we just squeeze, drop my elbow, done. All right, yeah. So when Ty's doing this, this Darce or this sit-up guard, it's really important. Whenever you get this kind of grip behind your knee, it's really important that you really give the person a good like a good shutdown, because sometimes if you don't give them a really proper shut to start the technique, they can eventually start coming up, and especially if you get a good wrestler, it's going to start being a dogfight. Even here, I'm super confident that I'm still going to be able to make him post with his hand and then still go for the Darce, but I'd rather just avoid him by standing up by doing that off the get-go and making sure that he really has to post that hand, right? And putting a lot of pressure in there. And then it should be easy. It should just float right to the other side of the neck, right? So he's gonna go from feeling this pressure here to just floating straight to the other side of the neck. The majority of the time, as soon as I put this pressure down like this, they'll go to turtle. They bring that leg through. So the majority of the time they'll come here. That's when I can just attack the Darce. Hit them. And finish from on bottom if I feel like I can't finish. For the roll, and finish from top. Alright guys, so now we're going to work another Darce off of a single leg. This is definitely one of my favorite submissions of all time, and it works against anyone, kind of bigger or smaller. And just jump right into it. So my brother's going to go ahead and shoot a single leg on me. Boom. Alright, so generally the second someone shoots a single leg on me, I'm looking for an overhook, right? So as you can tell, posture up a little bit time. I already have a shallow overhook right now. Just immediately, as soon as I see the arm reaching around my leg, come on. As soon as I see the arm reaching around my leg, and I feel like it's too late, I'm immediately reaching for this overhook, okay? Because this is gonna save me. Now, as soon as I get this, I'm making sure I could also push his head to kind of fend him off for a little bit until I can kind of get my head under his, just to slow him down a little bit, right? Because sometimes a good wrestler has a good shot and it's kind of all too fast and it kind of might take you down, or might make a mistake there. So as soon as I get this shallow overhook, I'm immediately pushing his head away from me and slowing him down. Okay. Next step is I'm gonna take a little just a little hop back with this foot to give me more leverage, and then just like the Darce we did before, I'm gonna use this lever. It's like a lever on the back of my thigh here, and I'm gonna do a little hop back with this one and use this lever and put all my weight onto that shoulder, and I'm gonna make him post his hand. As soon as I make him post his hand, take a look. You're gonna see my leg trapped in between his legs. I'm gonna basically do like a knee slide through, trapping this arm with my leg, keeping it in the crevice right here. So as you can see, his arm's kind of stuck. Go ahead and pull it out. His arm's pretty stuck there. And as he's trying to get his arm out, is when I'm reaching for my darce right away. And as soon as I lock it, you have the option if you want to try and control the outside arm and roll him this way, would probably be the better option. And then finishing it from on top. Or if you feel like this arm's far and you can't quite roll him to that side, you might have to roll through this way and finish it from bottom or roll with it. Okay, so yeah, as soon as you reach for the sling leg, I'm immediately getting this overhook, right? Maybe if you feel like it's almost too late, you basically just have to get your fingers through. If you can just get your fingers in, you're chilling. You're gonna be able to open up the elbow and wiggle your hand in, right? And then again, so say I'm fighting an explosive wrestler or someone with a takedown, right? So they're gonna be driving into me and trying to finish this. What do? I push the head and create a little bit of space just to slow them down. Then when I'm ready, I'm taking a small step back and putting all my weight into his shoulder here. Okay, now from here, I'm gonna be able to let go of this grip, or take my leg out, let go of this grip, and just shoot it right through for the darce. As I bring this arm on top, hopefully I can control this outside arm. If so, I'll be able to roll him over. Point up on my elbow, pull my bottom arm to me, and then squeeze. Then with the overhook, grabbing the backside of my knee. All my weight. I want to feel my shoulder on the back of his shoulder, right? You guys are gonna feel that pressure. As soon as I can kind of chill here, honestly, if I wanted to. I could just kind of cruise here, and then probably start escaping the leg and getting on the head too. But here, this is a great opportunity to get the darce, and just gonna do that by letting go of the grip, going to the side of the neck, coming here, controlling his outside arm, pulling it to me, and rolling him over. Now, like I said, try to get that elbow on the mat, shelf up this bottom arm, and if you feel like you can't finish your opponent from here, all you need to do is simply just, he's already tapping, but, yeah, sorry, I'll get these up a little bit, but just sprawl your hips all the way down, and this is more of a, it's not like a super short, quick squeeze. I'm looking to like squeeze at maybe 70% for as long as I can. Okay, so I'm not gonna go 100% and try and squeeze and then burn myself out, right? So I wanna stay at a pretty tight darce for as long as I can, and eventually you wanna keep squeezing harder, and then you're gonna get them. So don't burn yourself out right away with the darce. One more time, full speed. So we're here. Anything else you want to ask? Yeah, let me actually show one thing. So when your opponent does a single leg, before you even come in, I like to use his momentum to help make him post, right? So when he does a single leg to me, I don't like stay here and put my head under and go here and then finish the technique, right? You get taken down by them. So as soon as he comes in, I'm immediately going straight here, making him post. Right? Then I can take out my leg. If he stays standing, doesn't get to his knees, that's completely fine. I can still finish the darce from here. Just roll through. Right? Finish it. But, stand up. What I don't want is for the opponent just to take me down right here, right? Right? So I have to use his momentum. Right? So as he's coming in, come back. As he's coming in, going to use his momentum, just make him post. That's all I need. And then from here, take a step back, and then lock up the darce.